You are ready to be all that you're meant to become. Remember how special you are, how special your journey is in this world. You are here, exactly where you are supposed to be.
Welcome to Costa Rica. Today's class is a 30-minute Yin Yoga practice where we'll be holding the Yin asanas for up to 3 minutes each. It's going to be very important to be mindful with our breath as we're working towards deepening our mind-body connection and releasing all that no longer serves us along the way. So grab your mat, grab your water. Don't forget to work hard and to have fun as we dive deeper into the stillness of Yin Yoga. Welcome, friends. Let's begin today's class at the bottom of our mat in hero's pose on our knees, grounding in to find our space. Just for a second, let's begin with 3 connective breaths. With a deep inhale, stretching, reaching up towards the sky, bring the palms of your hands together above your head, and then slowly exhale all the air from your lungs, dropping them down to heart. One more time. Reaching up with a deep inhale, bringing all the air into your lungs past capacity to slowly exhale, dropping hands to heart. Last one, big inhale, big reach, stretching higher than you did the first 2 times, and exhaling, slowly dropping your hands to your heart, taking a second here to acknowledge that you've shown up here today on your mat to further your mind-body balance, to restore the valuable equanimity that we all find here on our mats when we connect to our breath, to our consciousness, and to our true inner selves. You deserve this, and you're gifting it to you, and that's beautiful. All right, let's begin today's class in child's pose, as I often do, to wake up the muscles, start the circulation, and begin the journey into connecting to our breath. Bringing your fingertips to the front of your mat, bring your forehead down towards the earth as far as your body allows. Trying your best to keep your sit bones on your heels. Take a deep breath in and a slow exhale out. Don't be concerned with touching your forehead if your body isn't asking for that. Don't be concerned with how deep the pose is. Just listen to what your body says and understand exactly where you are right here is exactly where you're supposed to be and where you deserve to be. Investing in you, consciously breathing, listening to the signals, to the messages your body is speaking to you right now. Breathing in and breathing out. Today's class is a Yin Yoga class for upper body. We'll be holding every Yin pose for 3 minutes, once we've warmed up and once we're ready. But here, right now, it's not about any time. It's about presence and grounding, reconnecting, taking a deep breath in, filling up those lungs, holding just for a minute at the peak, before exhaling slowly. As you feel your lungs exhale, imagine all that no longer serves you, leaving you fresh, renewed, here to begin again, to start from the ground up, building yourself, your perfect self, exactly as you are supposed to be. Breathing in. And on your next exhale, slowly bring your hands towards your body and come up onto all fours. Stack your elbows above your wrists, straight line with your shoulders. Take a deep breath in, looking up, raising your chin, and exhale, arch your back, pushing your shoulders up to the sky. And repeat again on your next inhale, connecting your movement to your breath. And exhale, dropping your head, the crown, towards the earth, pushing your back upwards. Inhale forward, and exhale back down. Beautiful. All right, a couple more times here at your own pace. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Wonderful. Now, as we continue here, it's key that you remember this is your practice. So if you'd like to add a little bit of motion, you can push out towards the side, stretching the side body, maybe arching and doing little circles around in one way, around in the other, whatever feels good. The key is to intuitively listen to what your body is asking for or what you try, how your body responds, and give it what it needs, because this is your practice. So do what serves you. Excellent. Let's add a little bit of motion here by exhaling and coming down into child's pose. And on your next inhale, come forward into upward facing dog, lifting your chin up. And with a slow exhale, come back to the earth into child's pose again. Inhale, coming forward, lifting your whole body, pushing your hands down towards the earth, dropping your shoulders. And a slow exhale, back down towards child's pose. This sequence is all about connecting breath and movement. So make sure you're inhaling, upward facing dog, filling your lungs up, and exhaling, coming back down to the earth. Inhale, upward facing dog once again, nice and slow, fluid like water, and exhale, back down to child's pose. Inhale, upward facing dog, pushing the earth away. And coming back to the earth one last time into child's pose. Beautiful. Staying here just for a second if it feels good. Try rocking your shoulders back and forth, opening up the vertebrae in your spine. This little bit of movement, just micro movements like this, can speak so much to what brought you here on your mat today, the ailments your body's asking to be cured. All right, let's come back up onto all fours, and let's slowly come down into our first yin pose of the practice, which is our puppy pose. As you keep your knees stacked directly under your hips, walk your hands forward to the mat, bringing your chest closer to the earth. If you'd like to go a little bit deeper, if your body is asking for it, you can look forward towards your fingers, bringing your chin down to the mat. Or you can just keep your forehead flat in a more passive state. The key here is to connect with your breath and to listen to what your body is asking for. Even the slightest little adjustment could be exactly what it's looking for. So investigate with curiosity and with compassion as you try to stretch further out with your fingers a little bit. Or maybe on your next exhale, bring your chest down towards the earth a little bit further, accentuating the arch in your back. Try a few things, and then when you're in the right spot that you feel your body is getting the most from, close your eyes and fall into deep, connective, conscious breathing. Inhaling, filling your lungs, and exhaling all that no longer serves you. Imagine with each inhale, all of the prana, the oxygen, the beautiful energy around you, going to the places that your body needs the most, healing you, relieving you, renewing you. And then, as you exhale, visualize that which is no longer needed or necessary to be held on to, both physically and emotionally, exiting your being completely. Breathing in, filling up those lungs, and slowly, mindfully letting all the air back out. Beautiful. Sinking into the stillness. All right, on your next exhale, slowly bring your body forward, flat onto the earth on your mat. Dropping your hands to your side, palms to the air. Just roll your shoulders just a little bit in one direction forward, and then in the opposite direction backwards, giving them a little bit of love and attention after such a deep and meaningful pose. Excellent. Placing your fingertips on the mat, let's lift our bodies up, coming back slowly and mindfully into hero pose, back where we began this class, on our knees, the bottom of our mats. Let's take a connective breath here like we did at the beginning, reaching up towards the sky, filling our lungs all the way, and then slowly, mindfully exhaling all the air out of our lungs. But this time, when our lungs are empty, hold in retention with no air in your lungs, just for a moment here, completely empty. Feel your heart beating and feel the stillness all around you. And before you take your next inhale, take a note of how you feel right now. All right, with a big inhale once again, reaching up to the sky, hold here this time with your palms together. Reaching up, stretching, opening up those shoulders, reaching as high as you can, feeling the stretch throughout your entire shoulders. Your next exhale, drop your left hand down towards the earth and drop your right hip towards the mat as you stretch your right hand over top of your body to the opposite side. If you'd like to deepen the stretch, you can grab your wrist and pull just gently and compassionately a little bit more, opening up that side body, feeling the stretch from your armpit all the way down to your hip flexor. Breathing in and out, exhaling, coming back to center, moving to the opposite side, right hand to the earth, left hip shifted towards your mat, and reach with that left hand all the way to the opposite side. Again, to deepen the stretch here, you can use your right hand to gently latch onto your left wrist and pull mindfully, not aggressively, and listen to how that feels all the way down your side body towards your hip flexor. Breathing in and deepening the stretch as you breathe out. Beautiful. Coming back to neutral. Holding our hands above our head, stretching one more time, and bringing them down towards our lap. Excellent. Roll the shoulders just a little bit. That was incredibly deep. And let's come forward on our mat, bringing our forehead down to the earth, into child's pose once again, this time latching our fingers behind our back and opening up those shoulders by bringing them forward towards the mat in front of us, as far as our body feels is necessary. Breathing here, stretching those arms, holding and exhaling out. If it feels good, add a little bit of motion, rocking to the right side first, and then exhaling back to neutral and coming to the left side of your mat. If it doesn't, you can stay completely vertical. But if it feels all right and your body's responding positively, go as deep or as necessary as you see fit. This is your practice, your choice to be here, your choice to add motion. Your next exhale, bring your hands back down to the mat And let's reach the fingertips forward, coming forward into our next yin pose, Cobra. Try to line up your elbows with your shoulders so you have a perfect right angle. And then open up that chest towards the front of your mat, lifting your chin towards the sky. Close your eyes, inhale, and on your next exhale, imagine somebody's pulling your two shoulders back towards your feet, opening up the heart, opening up the lungs, deepening the stretch as your back arches just slightly more, the base of your spine, feeling the vertebrae come alive with each breath. Every inhale, they expand, and then as you exhale, feeling the activation of your spine as all that no longer serves it, all the tension, all the stress, all the soreness, the ailment departs your body and exits with every breath out, leaving nothing but pure, unbounded energy and consciousness to drive you forward from this moment here on your mat and forward into the rest of your life, just as you deserve. Perfect mind, body, and spirit balance, the equanimity that we all deserve. Breathing in and exhaling out. Beautiful. Sinking deeper into the pose, consciously holding on to each breath, mindfully, with awareness and with compassion, following it wherever it may lead, and always allowing it to bring you right back here to this moment, into the stillness. Wonderful. On your next exhale, slowly come back to neutral on your mat, dropping your forehead, planting your hands. Lift your body with compassion back towards the bottom of your mat to counter that deep, beautiful asana with a child's pose once again. Put your hands on the base of your back and rub up and down, saying thank you for holding you in that stillness so beautifully with so much dignity. And then on your next exhale, let's come back towards the front of our mat on our bellies, lifting your right arm up, sliding it under your body across to the left side of your mat. Place the weight of your body on your left hands and slowly find the depth of the stretch that means the most to you by bringing your left shoulder down towards your right arm as you're crossed. This pose is extremely interesting because each body responds to it differently and requires a completely unique adjustment that serves you. So play with the weight of your arms, of your shoulders. You can lay your head down just as I am here, or you can keep your chin so you're looking straight down your mat. It's up to you. But it's very, very important to listen to the signals and apply adjustments where necessary to find exactly where you're going to lie for the stillness of this beautiful yin pose. Once you find where you think is the right spot for you, relax. Find the tension in your body that you're holding and try to allow gravity to do the work. Surrender. Let go. Give yourself permission to just melt into your mat, allowing your emotions, any frustrations, any feelings that are clouding your mind to to leave you with each exhale, so that you find that perfect moment between breaths, the gap. That's where all the work can be done. Once your exhale is completely empty, before you inhale again, that moment there is the gap. Plant the seeds of intention, compassion, generosity, sincerity. Plant those seeds right there, and then inhale again. All at your own pace, all with your own breath, sinking deeper with each moment into the stillness, letting everything melt away. Beautiful. On your next inhale, let's lift ourselves back up into neutral. Bring our right arm back to the right side of the mat where it belongs. Give it a little bit of a shake. Say thank you to it for the last 3 minutes. And then let's move over to the other shoulder by bringing our left arm underneath our body to the right side of the mat, just as we did on the other side, starting by supporting our body with our right hand, and then slowly allowing our body weight to do the work as we find the perfect position that our body is looking for by adjusting the weight, the placement of our face, of our chin, of our right arm, and the amount of pressure that we allow in the different spots throughout our entire left shoulder and down into our tricep. Once you find the spot that speaks to you, close your eyes, and just like we did on the other side, connect to your breath, to your inhales and your exhales, pausing at the peak and at the very bottom of the valley to just take a conscious moment in the gap and say thank you to your body, and thank you to any tension or any pain. Forgive it and allow it to let go, but recognize that what it's brought to you has been growth. It's brought you here to the mat today, and for that we should all be grateful. But its time with you is done, and it's time that you let it go and give it permission to release. Take a deep inhale, feeling the gratitude, holding at the peak of your breath, saying thank you, and then exhaling it all back out to where it once came from. As you sink and melt into the conscious stillness of this pose. Beautiful. All right. On your next exhale, start to come back to your body, bringing your right hand back down to support your weight as you bring your left arm back out to the left side of your mat and give it a little shake. Say thank you to it, and then place it back on your mat on the side of your body and lift your weight up, bringing yourself back down just for an exhale into child's pose. And on your next inhale, let's go back to the sequence where we bring our body forward and come to upward facing dog. And exhale, back down to child's pose. And inhale, upward facing dog. Take a note how your body feels this time going through this sequence in comparison to where we began. It's been quite the journey so far, and we're almost at the last chapter. But for right now, exhale, come back to child's and connect as you inhale into upward facing dog, remembering to push with the palms of your hands the earth away from your body before exhaling and coming back to child's pose once again. Inhaling, coming to upward facing dog, and exhale back down to child's pose. And last one, upward facing dog, really deepening the stretch here. And on your exhale, coming into neutral position on all fours, and slowly bringing your body up to the front of your mat, onto your toes, bringing your bottom down to the earth and rolling onto your back. Bringing your knees up to your chest, give them a hug with both your arms. If this is enough for you, that's perfect. Or you can lift your chin towards your knees, or do as I am and grab the opposite bottoms of your feet with the opposite hands, binding the ball and giving a little bit of a rock back and forth with your chin tucked between your knees, adding a little bit of motion or staying still, whichever your body's asking for. One more deep breath in and exhale. Release the ball, drop your legs down to the earth and find your way into Shavasana for a very last asana of the class. So many people overlook the value of such a simple pose, but it's actually the most complex because it requires the most amount of conscious relaxation, holding your attention to different parts of your body. Scan from your toes all the way up and see where you're still holding tension. When you think you're not, is the exact moment where you'll find where you are. Might be in your jaw, or in your hands, or in your fingers, maybe your tongue, or your toes, or your feet, or your hips, or your abs, or your shoulders. When you find the tension, when you find what you're holding on to, take a deep exhale and give yourself permission to let go right here, right now. And if you feel your mind wandering, give it permission to come back. There's so much time later today to think of all the other things going on, past or in the future. But here, right now, in this moment, all that matters is the equanimity that you deserve. So take a deep breath in. Fill your lungs. Stay with the breath, feeling the oxygen filling you up. Hold for that moment. Find the gap. Say thank you. And let it all go. Everything. Tension, emotion, the endless stream of thoughts and opinions. You're perfect right here, right now, just as you are. Wonderful. Slowly coming back to your body, start by wiggling your toes and fingers, just gently, adding a little bit of motion into your shoulders maybe, or your ankles, or your wrists, and then slowly and mindfully, with care and compassion, roll onto your side and lift yourself up to meet me seated at the center of your mat to close off this beautiful time together. Wonderful. Take a deep breath in, filling your lungs, and exhale again. Deep breath in, raising your hands up above your head just like we began. And exhaling slowly and mindfully, bringing your hands to your heart. Say thank you for making the decision to be here on your mat today with me and investing in you, giving your body what it deserves, and acting with compassion and kindness, not just here on your mat, but in every consecutive moment as you move forward with the rest of your day, carrying this beautiful energy that you've cultivated forward with you. Namaste.
Thank you for joining me on the mat today for this beautiful practice. And thank yourself. Just take a minute and please thank yourself. Because not enough people in today's day and age take the initiative to roll out their mat and take a little piece of their day to focus inward on themselves, their health and well-being, and their mind and body balance. But today you chose to do it. And that's, honestly, no small feat. If you'd like to further your practice even more, you could check out, up in the top corner up there, Boho Beautiful Official, which is our streaming app and platform. And there you can find all of our content, everything almost we've ever made, including full-length exclusive content, different kinds of classes that aren't here on YouTube, exclusive calendars, basically everything, and it's free to check out. But if that's not for you, no big deal at all. If we could ask you to do just one simple, easy thing, go down and click subscribe to this channel. It will help us continue to provide free content for anyone and everyone here on YouTube at the click of a button. With that, I want to say thank you one last time, and I'll see you soon on the mat. Namaste.
Quiet the mind.
It is time to unplug from all the noise of fear and uncertainty.
Because all things change. And we always have the power to decide.
This is your new beginning.
This is your ascension. Quiet the mind.